How's the food? I hear a lot of forks and plates and glasses. Please save me some. So yes, I will be giving a brief overview of Saving Grace. I'm pretty new to this area and to the organization, which makes it ironic, right, that I'm giving an overview. I mean, I had to check cheat sheets and our brochure, and make sure I know what it is we do after 8 months. But my family and I are really loving it here. Since 1977, we have provided comprehensive family violence and sexual assault services here in Central Oregon, specifically to our Tri-County area, with local advocates in Bend, Lapine, Madras, I always want to say Madras, but I'll get it, Prineville, Redmond, and Sisters. Our 24-hour helpline is available 365 days a year. When calling this number, one can expect to find a trained volunteer or staff to help connect them to overnight shelter, safety planning, crisis counseling, and more. Our emergency shelter provides safe housing for survivors and their minor children in a confidential location. There are 8 individual bedrooms, a communal living area that is bright and open. It's such an impactful thing. If you've been there, I know some of you probably have on a tour, or maybe you're a volunteer yourself. There's something about that room. It's just blue paint, big blue room, big ceilings. It feels just a great atmosphere. And then there's a double kitchen that's attached to that room, so residents cooking meals can watch their children play. During their stay, residents not only receive food, clothing, and hygiene items, but also case management. They receive referrals, peer counseling, and other resources to achieve their goals. We also have a children's advocate at the shelter who provides a much-needed program for children in a colorful playroom, and there's a backyard playground, but I think it looks much like this right now, just kind of covered in snow. This advocate helps kids process the emotional turmoil that they are going through, and also provides respite childcare for the moms so they can get out and take care of the business of gaining independence. So pop quiz. How many are familiar with Mary's Place? That's a good number of you, excellent. Maybe I should have done a quiz, like an actual quiz at your tables, and then we collect them later. But for those of you who aren't aware, Mary's Place is a safe and neutral center located in Bend and a daycare, provides supervised parenting time or custody exchanges without the parents needing to see or hear each other. We prioritize services there for families where there has been domestic violence or sexual assault, child abuse, dating violence, or stalking. Sadly, it's not uncommon to see stories in the news of custody exchanges going tragically wrong. Here's a recent headline: Man kills woman, then himself during child custody exchange. This incident happened just in January in Washington State. Fortunately, we haven't seen any headlines like that in our community. And this grateful heart on your screen was drawn by a child while at Mary's Place, which is the only program of its kind, by the way, in Central Oregon. Mary's Place does provide a space for a kid just to be a kid while spending meaningful time with their parent. And these services are provided at no cost to our families. And that is thanks to all of you. In addition to our youth violence prevention program, which you're going to hear about from Trish in just a moment, Saving Grace offers other crucial services like hospital response for sexual assault survivors, counseling and support groups, and even advocacy to help navigate the court system, which can be a long and difficult process for some. As you can probably imagine, each survivor and their family need different types of support once they connect with our advocates. And our goal is to make sure that clients feel safe and supported with services that will best help them in their healing process. This will look obviously a little different for each individual and family because each person and each situation is different. So it really can be hard, as easy as I made this look, to sum up everything we do. It's just a lot. But hopefully this overview was helpful for those of you who are new to us and the work we do. And the fact that you're here today tells me that you have a reason to care. This is my mom. I'm the handsome one on the other side, age 14. It's my 8th grade graduation. And as I was planning for today, I had a memory of my older sister finding a document at our house when we were kids with my mom's name on it, but there was one big typo. She had a different last name than we did. And it turns out that our mom was married before our father. And, I was just young and naive, and I said, oh, will we ever get to meet this mystery man? And very seriously, she said, if he ever comes around to your school, to the house, I want you to turn and run the other way. If we wouldn't have found that document, I may have never known that my own mother is a survivor. I may have never known that someone close to me was hurt repeatedly and violently by someone she once trusted. I guess we never can predict when someone we know will need some saving grace. A book I recently read put it this way: if you don't believe in brick walls, you will still be injured when you run headlong into one. Funny quote. And if you don't believe that domestic violence or sexual assault will invade your space, your world, your home, it will still hurt. But we get to come together as a community like we are right now, and we get to make a decision when we look our loved ones in the eye and decide right in that moment, then and there, that life without violence really is our future. And today can be our present. While Saving Grace helps so many in many different ways, today is our focus is on prevention and the work we do with youth in our community. The students you are about to hear from have yet to benefit from our youth violence prevention program, but I think you'll appreciate how candid they are as they share their thoughts on healthy and unhealthy relationships. Thank you.